Hello dear TET candidates, welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I am Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I am going to explain the grammar questions given in the 2024 AP TET question paper. I request all of you to watch this video till the end without skipping it in the middle, only for practice sake. I also request all of you to consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with all your friends that are also going to take the TET examination along with you. Thank you so much. Now let's get into the video. 61st question. Select the sentence in the simple present tense. Okay, and in your question paper, your English questions will begin from 61st question onwards, and therefore I am mentioning the same question numbers here also. Okay, and what is this question? Select the sentence in the simple present. Okay, that means you are asked to choose that option which is in the simple present tense. Okay, before you choose that answer, let us now just recollect the features of the simple present. Do you know what the features of simple present tense are? Here you pay attention. Simple present tense. The features of simple present tense are helping verbs nil. See, in this simple present tense, there will be no helping verbs used, 1 point. And the main verb, what is the main verb used here? The main verb used is what? The base form verb, okay? The base form verb. Base form means the first form of the verb. So, these two are the features of this simple present tense, okay? And another important feature of this simple present tense is in the third person singular. What is the third person singular? He, she and it. Okay, these are called third person singular, and the verb in these three persons will take yes or es after them. This is very important. Okay, the verb in these three persons will take yes or es after it. Okay, so that's very important, and these are the important features of the simple present tense. And therefore now look at the options given here. You can easily understand. Okay, she will be playing football. Will be is the helping verb, playing is the main verb. So you know, in the simple present tense no helping verbs will be there. So here are used helping verbs and ing form. So this is not the right one. This is eliminated, and they are eating lunch right now. In this, you know, are is the helping verb used and eating is the main verb used. So this is also not the correct one. Eating is what? An ing form verb or present participle form. In these two things, you know, you can find the present participle form verbs. And you go to the third one. She reads books every morning. So here there are no helping verbs in this sentence. Okay, and the verb is, you know, in the third person singular. The subject is she. So after she, the verb always takes either yes or es after it. So here she reads. Okay, it is not just read, but she reads. So here, so she reads books every evening. That means, you know, this sentence is in the simple present tense. Okay, and here you look at the fourth option. We visited that. So here the verb is in the past tense. Okay, and therefore this is also not the feature of the simple present tense. So here will be playing, not the features of simple present, or eating, not the features of simple present. Visited is not the feature of the simple present. Only reads is the feature of the simple present. Therefore, first, second, fourth are not the right options. Only the third one is the right option. Okay, this is how you have to choose the answer in your examination. Hope you are following me right. And you go to the next question. She dash practices the piano. And if you observe this sentence now, you find that this sentence is in the simple present tense again. So here, because you know, here the word, you know, the verb, you know, practice is not there. Practices is there. Okay, yes is added to this verb. So whenever you find that the verb is added by yes or es, immediately you must think it is in the simple present tense. That is one of the blind rules. Okay, and here she dash practices the piano. And what is the examiner asking you to do? What is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the option that fits the blank. Okay, now let us look at the options. Okay, what are the options given here? Sometimes, now, tomorrow, yesterday. So if you observe this sentence, now you understand that this is in the simple present tense, because it says, she practices the piano. And with this simple present tense, tomorrow is not used, yesterday is not used, and therefore these two options are outright eliminated. Okay, and then comes sometimes and now. Okay, these are the two options left with us. And now what to be used in this blank means, we should go only with the sometimes, not with the now, because this now indicates the continuity of the action. The children are playing now. The action is going on now. What are you doing? I am watching the TV now. Now indicates that the action is continuing. But here the action is not continuing. Continuing means then it must be in the present continuous. So, but the sentence is in the simple present. How can we use this now in this sentence? Therefore, we have to use only the first option, that is sometimes. Okay, she sometimes practices the piano, and therefore second option, third option, fourth option are wrong. Only the first option is the right one. Hope you are following me very clearly. Now let's move on to learn other questions. 63rd question is there. What is this 63rd question? Choose the grammatically correct sentence from the following given options. Okay, here the examiner has given you 4 options, out of which you have to choose the grammatically correct sentence. And now let us look at the options given. Frank is an European. This is not the grammatically correct sentence, because and before European an is used. You know very well, it is wrong to use an before European. Why? Take the explanation for this. So here European is there. Okay, European. So here the word is beginning with the E, no doubt. What is E? E is a vowel, that's all. Okay, and here, but this E is not being pronounced. Not being pronounced means it is silent. It is silent means it is dead. It is no more there. And how are we pronouncing this word from this U? U is also a vowel by birth, but here this U is giving a consonantal sound. You know very well about the use of articles. If you don't know the use of articles, please watch my videos made on the use of indefinite articles, the use of definite article, the omission of articles. I have made as many as 4 or 5 videos on articles exclusively. You please watch all those videos and you will largely benefit from that chapter. I'm damn sure about that. And here this U is giving a consonantal sound. Remember, U gives 2 kinds of sounds. It's a dangerous vowel. It is by birth vowel, no doubt, but it gives 2 sounds. What is that? It gives sometimes a vowel sound, sometimes a consonantal sound. And when should we think that this U is giving a vowel sound, and when should we think that this U is giving a consonantal sound? Means whenever this U gives the sound of A, then you must think it is a vowel sound. Whenever this U gives you the sound of U, you, then you must think it is a consonantal sound. So then what sound is this U giving you here? Is it giving A sound or U sound? It is giving a U sound. U is a consonantal sound, not only in English but in all the languages. U is a consonantal sound, including in our Telugu. A to Amaha are all called vowel sounds. Ka to Bandira are called consonantal sounds. Hallulu. So ya is in between ka and bandira. So ya komu dirgham. So here in Telugu it is a consonantal sound. It is in English also it's a consonantal sound. So since the word is beginning with a consonantal sound, we think this word is beginning with a consonantal sound, and therefore we use what? A, because A is used before the words beginning with a consonantal sound. You know, an is there. An is used before the words beginning with a vowel sound. Okay, A is used before the words beginning with a consonantal sound. An is used before the words beginning with a vowel sound. This basic rule I hope you all know very well, right? And here this U is giving a consonantal sound. We are pronouncing the word with U, that is giving a consonantal sound. Therefore, we think this word is beginning with a consonantal sound, and therefore, as per the rule, what should we use? A. But here what is used? An is used. That's why this sentence is absolutely wrong. And similarly, this it is an 1 rupee note. This is also a grammatically incorrect sentence. Why? Means, before this one, an is used. It is not to be used there. Why? Because the word is beginning with O. O is giving here the consonantal sound. And here, I would like to give you one more explanation here. What is that? This O is there. O is a dangerous vowel. U is a dangerous vowel of all the 5 vowels. A, E, I, O, U. So these are the 5 vowel sounds. Okay. A, E always give you a vowel sound. No doubt about them. But this O and U are very dangerous vowels because they give sometimes a vowel sound, sometimes a consonantal sound. That is the reason why. And here this O is there. This gives sometimes a vowel sound, sometimes a consonantal sound. When should we think that this O is giving a vowel sound? Means whenever it gives the sound of A or O, you must think it is a vowel sound. But whenever it gives you the sound of Wa, you must think it is a consonantal sound. A sound means orange, orphan, and O means oak tree, ocean. O. And Wa sound means this O gives this Wa sound. That is the consonantal sound only in one word, that is one. ఈ ఓ అనేది వా అనే కాన్సోనెంటల్ సౌండ్ను ఒకే ఒక్క మాటలో ఇస్తుంది ఇంగ్లీష్ మొత్తంలో, అదే వన్. Okay, in that word only this O gives you consonantal sound. So since this word is beginning with a consonantal sound, as per the rule, what should we use before a consonantal sound? We must use only A. But here an is used, and therefore this sentence is also wrong. Okay, and go to the third sentence. What beautiful painting it is. It's an exclamatory sentence. But because the exclamatory mark is there at the end of the statement. Okay. But here this sentence is also grammatically incorrect. Why? Means, here beautiful painting. It's a singular countable noun. Okay. Beautiful painting. Painting is a singular countable noun, but this beautiful is describing this painting, that is okay. Whatever it is, there is a rule in the English language. Before a singular countable noun, we must use either a or an. Singular countable noun mundu enu gani anu gani tappaka vaadavalayunu. But here painting is there, beautiful painting, but before this no article is used, either a or an. Some article you have to use. Since here the word is beginning with B, it's a consonant sound. We have to use, as A. What a beautiful painting it is. Ani ala undali. But here A is missing. And therefore this sentence is also wrong, grammatically incorrect. And here first sentence is grammatically incorrect, second sentence is grammatically incorrect, third sentence is grammatically incorrect, and only this fourth sentence is grammatically correct. Because man is mortal. Of course, this man is used in the wider sense. If it is used in a general sense, then you can use a or an before that. He is a good man. Oka manchi vyakti. He is a gentleman. Okay, A. But here, this man is used in a wider sense. Man means not manshi, but manavudu. Manavud means Ada Maga Andaru vastuntaru. So here this is used in a wider sense, and that's why you should not use any article before that. Man is mortal. Don't say a man is mortal or the man is mortal. We should simply say man is mortal. Manavudu mari maranamu galavadu. So in this sentence is only absolutely grammatically correct sentence. So therefore first one, second one, third one are gone, and only your answer is only the fourth one. Hope you are following me very carefully. Okay. Hope you are following me. Okay, without any problem. Right. Yes. Now let's move on to the next question. Next question is the following discourse maker. Discourse maker means word used in the conversation. generally in our conversation with our friends, with our relatives and so on, we make use of certain things at the beginning or in the middle. Generally we shall be using certain words and phrases, and those are called discourse markers. So they are called discourse markers. So here the following discourse marker can be used to express agreement. So which of the following options will indicate what agreement? Okay, here look at the options given here. Yes, indeed. Okay, the very first one is your answer, because this discourse marker will express agreement. How do you express your agreement? Yes, indeed. Yes, with the word yes only you indicate your agreement. So this first one is your answer, and on the contrary, this is not the right one, however is not the right one, that is not entirely true. So these are all not the discourse markers that express agreement. And now let's move on to other questions. 65th question. What is the 65th question? Choose the punctuation mark used to end a declarative sentence. So declarative sentence is mentioned here. Declarative sentence means it is nothing but an assertive sentence. Assertive sentence. Okay, and you can also call it a statement. Okay, this declarative sentence has other two names, assertive sentence and statement. What do you mean by that? It is nothing but what? An ordinary sentence. Okay, it's an ordinary sentence. Whether you call it a declarative sentence or an assertive sentence or a statement, it is nothing but an ordinary sentence. So at the end of the ordinary sentence, what should we use? We should use only the period or the full stop. That punctuation mark you know very well. So come on, let us look at the options given here. Period, the very first one is your answer. Comma is not the right one, exclamation is not the right one, quotation marks is not the right one, only the first. So this first one is your answer. Clear? Right. Now you go to the next question, and here choose the correct sequence of the words in which they appear in a dictionary. So you should be able to arrange the given words in the sequence, in the correct order. Okay, just as you find them in the dictionary. Okay, and here what are the words given here? Let us see that. Okay, legible, legal, legacy, legend. Okay, these are the words given here. Now you have to keep them in an order. Which comes first, which comes next, you have to keep all these words in an order. So here all these words are beginning with leg, 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 leg. Okay, up to leg everything is okay, but how to decide these words means after leg you have to see which letter is occurring. Okay, here leg, al, after leg a is there, a comes first. So but here also a is there, so there is a tie between these two words. Okay, and here after leg e is there. Okay, after g I is there. Okay, leg is common in all these four words. Okay, first point. And the second point is there, after leg in this word a is there, in this word also a is there. So there is a tie between these two words. We have to decide which word comes first and which word comes next. Okay, and here you pay attention, after leg A is there, here also A is there. You go to the next letter, here C is there, here L is there. Which comes first and which comes later means C comes first and L comes later. Therefore, this is the first word, this is the second word, right? And here legend is there, legible is there. After leg, what is here? E is there. After leg, what is that? I is there. Which comes first? E comes first, and therefore this will be the third word, and legible, this becomes the fourth word. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be the order of the words. Okay, and here you pay attention. What is the number one? C. So C is there. Okay, then B, CB. Okay, CB, and next third one means D. Okay, fourth one means legible, A. So here CBDA. So this is going to be the answer for you, and all other options are wrong. Very simple, very easy. Such simple and easy questions are going to be given for you in the TET examination. So therefore you need not worry about the questions. Just with coolness of mind, with a peace of mind, you just think of these things, you can find the answer, right? And now let's move on to learn other questions. 67th one is there. Identify the linker that indicates cause or effect. cause or effect. What is that linker that indicates cause or effect means? Here you pay attention. Similarly is not the word that indicates effect or cause. Similarly means in much the same way. Ade vidhanga. Okay, vidhanga. In similarly, ade vidhanga. Hence is the word that indicates cause and effect. Hence, anduvalla. The laborers were staging a dharna. Hence, they were arrested. Hence, anduvalla. That's the effect. That is indicating cause or effect. So, that hence means anduvalla. Nevertheless, ainappatiki. The car capsized. Yesterday I gave you one example in that video. The car capsized. However, no one was hurt. Okay. And here you can also say the car capsized. Nevertheless, nobody was hurt. Nevertheless means ainappatiki. So here this is also not the correct one. First, it doesn't indicate cause or effect. So out of these four options, only the second one indicates this cause or effect, and all other options are not the right one. Okay, now you go to the next question. What is it? Identify the complex sentence. Okay, in the previous question paper, I have made it very clear. You know very well. What is that? That there are two kinds of conjunctions, coordinating conjunctions and subordinating conjunctions. The sentence joined by the coordinating conjunctions are called compound sentences. The sentences joined by the subordinating conjunctions are called complex sentences. And I have also given you the list of these two kinds of conjunctions. Once again, I am giving important conjunctions for coordinating conjunctions. Here you see and as well as both and, no, not only but also, and at, but, still, however, nevertheless, whereas, or, nor, otherwise, or else, and for so. These are all coordinating conjunctions. Keep them in your mind, this side. And subordinating conjunctions, before, after, till, until, as, when, as soon as, no sooner than, yes, lest, because, though, although, even if, okay, and if, unless, these are all very important subordinating conjunctions. With the subordinating conjunctions, complex sentences are formed. With the coordinating conjunctions, compound sentences are formed. This idea, if you can keep in mind, and this mark you can easily get. So here, identify the complex sentence. Okay, let us look at the options given here. He couldn't go to the party because is a subordinating conjunction that forms what? A complex sentence. Therefore, the very first one is the right one. And she danced gracefully on the stage. No conjunctions are used in this. Either the coordinating or the subordinating conjunctions are used in this. And therefore, such sentences are called simple sentences. So, it's a simple sentence. Therefore, it's wrong. She exercises every morning. It's a simple sentence. No conjunctions are used. It's a simple sentence. No. And they take the bus to work. So, the second, third, fourth are simple sentences. Only the first one is the complex sentence. So your answer will be what? The first one. Now let's move on to other questions. 69th question. Her happiness was contagious. Okay, that is the statement given here. And what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the part of speech of the word happiness. Okay, he is asking you to identify the part of speech of this word happiness. What is this? All ness words are nouns. Okay, here say it's a noun because it is ending in yes, N-E-S-S, ness. All ness words, boldness, darkness. So all ness words are called nouns. So here happiness is a noun, not a verb, not an adjective, not an adverb. So your answer will be the first one, right? And you go to the 70th one. Select the conjunction that represents a choice. Choice indicating conjunction. He is asking you to identify out of the options given here. What are the options? And, but, or, so. These are all coordinating conjunctions, and of which, you know, this or indicates choice. You can take tea or coffee. What is that I am doing in this sentence? I am giving you a choice. You can attempt this question or this question. The first question or the second question. The examiner is giving you the option, the choice. So choice indicating conjunction is only or. Okay, or is the choice indicating conjunction. So first one, second one, fourth one are wrong, only the third one is the right one. Now you move on to other questions. 71st question. Choose the phrasal verb that means to completely deplete the supply of something. completely deplete the supply of something. So that means to empty all the supplies. That's called to completely deplete the supply of something. Okay, and here takeover is there. It's a beautiful phrase. Takeover means to take the control of something. Adani has taken over the port of Kakinada. He has taken over. Taken over means he has taken up the control of so and so thing. Okay, like that. Taken over. Take over means to take the control of something. Put off means postpone. Don't put off whatever you want to do today till next day. Don't postpone whatever you want to do today till next day. ఈ రోజు చేసేదాన్ని రేపటి వరకు పోస్ట్పోన్ చేయబాకు. Put off means postpone. Your DS examinations are put off, postponed, like that. And here come across, that means to meet suddenly. To come across means to meet suddenly. So yesterday I was going to the market. I came across my classmate. To meet suddenly is called come across. Run out of means to become empty. Run out means what? To completely deplete supply of something. So we have run out of rice. We are running out of time. We are running out of groceries. Running means lekunda అయిపోవడం నిండుకోవడం, something like that in Telugu we say. And here the first one is not the correct one, second one not the correct one, third one is not the correct one, and fourth one is only the right one. That means to completely deplete the supply of something. You go to the next question, 22nd one. Choose the type of sentence that expresses a direct command or instruction. In my previous video that I uploaded yesterday, in that also I explained about this command and instruction. You know very well what kind of, about the types of sentences. We have 4 kinds of sentences. Okay, so in the entire English language, you can come across only 4 kinds of sentences: assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, exclamative sentence. So about these kinds of sentences also I made a beautiful video. Please you subscribe to my channel and watch that video. Okay, please support me and encourage me. I am here to help you. I am here to work for your advantage, for your benefit, for your success. Okay, you are working for your success and I am also working for your success only. Why don't you subscribe to my channel? Why don't you encourage me? Why don't you support me? Please do that. Okay, right. And here command and instruction. What kind of sentence will show direct command and instruction means only the imperative sentences will do that. So then what are the imperative sentences? Okay, what are the imperative sentences? The sentences that contain orders, commands, requests, warnings, suggestions, instructions, etc. are called imperative sentences. Now let us look at the options. If you know this, you can directly tick the right one. Right here you look at that. Declarative sentence, no. Exclamative sentence, no. Imperative sentence, yes. Interrogative sentence, no. So your answer is the third one. You go to other questions. The 73rd one is there. Don't waste time, the teacher said to the children or to students. Don't waste time, the teacher said to the students. So here you pay attention. What is there in the direct speech? Okay, so in the previous video also I made it clear. Whatever the words, whatever the sentence is in the inverted commas is called the direct speech. ఇన్వర్టెడ్ కామాస్లో పెట్టబడినది మాత్రమే డైరెక్ట్ స్పీచ్, అదేదైనా కానివ్వండి. దట్స్ ఆల్. అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ రిపోర్టింగ్ verb. Okay, reporting verb. So here the direct speech is given first and the reporting verb is given next. Generally the reporting verb is given first and the direct speech, it is like that, but here the order is just vice versa. Okay, no problem. Okay, whatever it is, what is there in this direct speech? It's an imperative sentence. You know very well, all imperative sentences will begin with 4 features. They begin with a base form verb, first point. They begin with don't, they begin with please, they begin with let. Imperative sentences ఈ 4 రకాలుగానే మొదలవుతాయి. First one with a base form verb, with please, with don't, with let. So whenever you find such sentences, you must immediately understand that they are all imperative sentences. Okay, and here it is an imperative sentence. And I made a beautiful video on this direct and indirect speech of changing imperative sentences into indirect speech. How to change the imperative sentences into indirect speech. Then I video chesanu evaru chudare. No, you are not watching all those videos. Wonderful videos I have made. I prepared all those wonderful videos for you only, but you are not watching all of them. What can I do? How can I make you watch them? I can only request you to watch those videos. If you have any problem, you text me on my WhatsApp number. Right. And here you pay attention. Let us change it first of all on our own. Okay. Here you pay attention. The teacher. Whenever there is an imperative sentence like this, you must said what can you find in this imperative sentence? Don't waste time. What can you find? Is it a suggestion or is it a warning? No, it's not a warning. Is it a command? No. Is it an order? No. Is it a piece of advice? Yes, it can be either a piece of advice or it can be a suggestion. So therefore, you can change this reporting verb accordingly. So if you think it is it's a piece of advice, you have to say the teacher advised. If you think the teacher said these words to the students as a suggestion, then you can say the teacher suggested. ఇందులో ఏదైనా పెట్టవచ్చు. ఇందులో నీకు ఏం కనిపిస్తుంది? If you think it's a piece of advice to the students, then you change this reporting verb into advised. If you think this statement is a kind of suggestion to the students by the teacher, then you turn this reporting verb into suggested. Okay, the teacher advised or suggested whom? The students. So here this thing must be used. The students, right? The teacher advised the students. The teacher suggested the students. And afterwards, what is the linking word between this reporting verb and this direct speech means? Not to, because the sentence is beginning with don't. Whenever the imperative sentence begins with don't, you must use in the indirect speech not to. Not to. After not to, what should we do? The remaining part of the sentence should be written here. What is the remaining part? Waste time. Whatever may be the sentence that you have to write there. So here the teacher advised the students not to waste time, one sentence. The teacher suggested the students not to waste time. So anything you can say. So let us look at the options and let us decide. Okay. So choose the correct indirect speech. Okay. And options. The teacher advised the students not to waste time. So advised is used by the examiner. He could use suggested also as well, right? And the teacher advised the students don't waste. No, the teacher advised students not. No, it's not the right one. The teacher asked. Asked is not used. It's not asking. It is either advising or suggesting. That is only there. So the teacher asked. So in this way, second one, third one, fourth one are wrong. Only the first one is the right option. Right. Now you go to the next question. The 3/5 of all the money dash already been spent, and here he is asking you to fill in the blank with a suitable verb, I think, because choose the correct verb you have to use there. And here remember all the decimals, okay, 1 by 2, 1 by third, 2 by fourth, these are all decimal things, as whenever these things are there, you must use only the singular. And moreover, money is there. 3/5 of all the money, moodavantu dabbu, singular in Telugu. If you take the meaning of that in Telugu, it is only singular. Moodavantula dabbu, ఐదింటిలో 3 వంతుల డబ్బు, singular. 3 వంతుల డబ్బులుగా. So here and automatically you can understand the singular verb must be used here. So here what are the options given here? Have is a plural helping verb, and were is a plural helping verb, and are is a plural verb. Only the has is the singular helping verb, and therefore this only can be used because in this because 3/5 of all the money, this indicates only a singular number. Before there is a standard rule in the English language. Beside the singular subject, there must be used only a singular verb. Beside the plural subject, a plural verb must be used. So here 3/5 of all the money is a singular subject. Beside the singular subject, only singular verb must be used. And of these 4 options, have is a plural verb, were is a plural verb, are is a plural verb, and only has is the singular verb. Therefore this fits in this blank, and your answer is going to be the second one. Right. And now let's move on to other questions. Body of human being or animal embalmed for burial. Embalmed means protected from decay, from decomposition. Kuruluta nundi kaapadani, that is called embalm. That means, applying all kinds of scents. They embalm the body means they apply all kinds of scents to that body, human body, and they try to prevent it from being decomposed or being rotten. కురులిపోవుట నుంచి కాపాడడానికి ఆ శవానికి అనేక రకాలైనటువంటి కెమికల్స్ పూస్తారు. This is called embalmed for burial. Okay, and choose one word substitute for the expression above. What is that? Here you pay attention. Nigger. Nigger is not the right one. Nigger is an insulting word used for referring to a Negro man. You should not use this. It's an objectionable word. Okay, you should not say nigger. Even if you call him a Negro, it's objectionable. You will be punished. Nigger or Negro, a black man, all such words you should not use. They are all derogatory words. అవమానకరమైన మాటలు కాబట్టి వాడద్దు. సరే, snotty is there. Snotty means soiled with the nasal mucus. చీముడు ముక్కుతో మొత్తం పూసుకొని ఇలా ఉంటాడు కదా, దట్స్ కాల్డ్, సో హీఈస్ ఏ స్నాటీ బాయ్. చీముడు ముక్కు పిల్లాడు, సంథింగ్ యూ సే ఇన్ తెలుగు. మనకెప్పుడు he will be suffering from running nose and he will be saying like this and all over his face there will be only mucus, and that kind of boy is called what is that? Snotty boy. చీముడు ముక్కు అబ్బాయి, something like that. Mummy, this is that meaning. Body of human being or animal embalmed for burial is called mummy. And draper is that. Draper means one who deals in cloth business. వస్త్ర వ్యాపారం చేసేవాడిని డ్రేపర్ అంటాం. Okay, and here these are the 4 words, and first one is not the right one, second one is not the right one, fourth one is not the right one, only the third one is the right one. You go to the 76th question. Okay, choose the correctly spelled word. Okay, he's asking you for the correct spelling of the word. Okay, what is that? Aggressive, 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 aggressive. So these are all the words indicating the word aggressive. So first of all, you try to give the spelling of that word aggressive. So whenever you try to give the spelling of that word, and don't look at this, you get confused. So aggressive. From this you understand that he is asking you for the spelling of the word aggressive. So what do you say? Ag. Gunintam. Ag. Grey. Ag, grey, sorry, ag, gress. You can say ag, grey. Us cannot be a sound, okay? It will be included in the sound. Ag, gress, sieve. Ag, gress, sieve. Sieve is always S-I-V-E, sieve. Ag, grey. So when you combine all of them, that what happens? Aggressive. So where is that? The very first one is the right one. All others are wrong. Whenever you want to give the spelling of any word, you must cut the word into syllables. Beautiful is there. Don't say B-E-A-U-T-L, something like that. Don't say that. Beautiful. Beau. B-E-A-U, beau. T-A-T, F-U-L, full. Always F-U-L, full. So in Telugu also, whenever you happen to write some word, you go for gunintam. Whenever you happen to write some word, you go for gunintam. So in the English language also, you cut the word into syllables, and then only you can easily find out the correct spelling. And your spelling will be 99.999% will be correct. Okay, for example, remember is there. Remember. Remember. Re is always R-E-re. Mem is always M-E-M. Bur is always B-R-bur. So like that. Remember. So something like that. So here, whatever may be the word for which you want to give the spelling, you must cut the word into syllables, right? That point you have understood now, and the first one is the right one. And you go to other questions. 77th question. Water drips from a leaking drain pipe. Water drips from. Dripping. Dripping means most of you belong to the agricultural families. Most of you will be hailing from agricultural families. Therefore, you will definitely know the meaning of this drip irrigation. Dripping. Dripping means dropping one drop after another. Drip, that comes from drop. From drop, drip has been derived. water falling drop by drop, drop by drop. That is called drip irrigation. You know, water drips from a leaking drain pipe. And here what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the synonym of the word drips. Drips means, again, already I have told you, pours. No, pouring is different. Pouring means from a pot, you pour water into a big drum. Pouring means poyuta peddaga. So here. And flows, you know very well. And splashes. Splash means when you hit the water, when you dash the water with your palm on the surface of the water, whatever. Neati surface with the ala kodute, that is called splashing. What happened? All the water will get spattered. Water splash. There is water on the road. A car has gone very fast beside you. What happens? That water in that puddle will be splashed on you. పడుల్లో ఉన్నటువంటి నీరంతా మీ మీదకి చిమ్ముతుంది. Splash means chimmuta. Right. So here drip does not mean this one or this one or this one. Drip means trickle. Trickle means flow one by one, drop by drop, something. So it is the right one, and fourth one is your answer. You go to the next question. He lived alone. He was not a good mixture, had few friends, and didn't like spending time in the ideal chart. So here this is the statement given by the examiner. And what is he asking you to do? Choose the antonym of the word few. Few means koddimandi. What is the opposite of few? Koddimandiki opposite chala mandi. It must be like that. If you know the meaning of this, at least you can think of that in Telugu. Okay, and here you see many. Many is the right one. Less, fewer, little, these are not the right one. Only the first one is the right one. I need not give an explanation for this, you know very well. Koddimandiki chala mandi kada opposite. So it's like that. Now you move on to other questions. 79th one is the English language acts as lingua franca. Lingua franca means common language. Common language. That is a Latin word, lingua franca. Lingua franca means common language. Okay. For example, in Europe, you find, Latin is the lingua franca. All countries will be speaking Latin. All the people of all countries will learn Latin, and they keep speaking that Latin language. So in Europe, you find that Latin is lingua franca. Okay. Yes, it's lingua franca, common language, right? So here, this means English links different languages. Okay, English dealings, no. English is a language of frankness, no. English is the mother tongue of all countries, no. English links all different languages. It links all different languages. The very first one is the right one, right? You move on to the next one. According to Francis Bacon, the following makes an exact man. Okay, Francis, the greatest writer of essays. And here, this Francis Bacon says, reading makes a full man, writing makes an exact man, speaking makes a ready man. So this is the beautiful quotation made by this Francis Bacon. What does Francis Bacon say? Reading makes a full man. If you read many books, what happens? You become a full man. And speaking makes what? A ready man. Writing makes an exact man. So he's asking you about this, an exact man. How, according to Francis Bacon, is an exact man means with the help of writing. Writing makes an exact man. Your writing means you are exact. Your speaking means you are ready man. Your reading means you are a full man, because you read various books and you become full with knowledge. Something like that, So here, first one, second one, third one are wrong. Only the fourth one is the right one. You go to other questions. Squiggle, squeak. A squiggle. Squiggle means a scribble, in other words. Pichigita. So sometimes when you are in a hasty movement, how do you write? Because the time is up. The examiner is asking you to hand over the answer paper. How do you write the answers? Then you say that, yes, reading and writing. What is this? This is called scribbling. You scribble. Pichigital rastunta. Okay, right. And here, a squiggle means a scribble, which is seen in the classroom. Not only the classroom, everywhere you can find this squiggle. And generally in the classroom, what happens, when the teacher is not in the classroom, the children, the students, what do? They write something, they squiggle. They scribble something on the blackboard. So that's why you can find in the classroom this squiggle. Okay, scribble. A face mask, no. A chart piece, no. An irregular line, okay. And a long scale, no. So an irregular line. This is a squiggle, a scribble. Right. You go to the 82nd one. The skills of planning audiovisual tasks to ward off the boredom of students is called. So generally the teachers will prepare audio visual classes. So in those audio visual classes, while it is being played to ward off some boredom, okay, for the students, they make it they create some other things in the video, okay, because it should be interesting to the students or children. Otherwise the students don't like to watch that audio visual video, okay, right. And that's why, what is that? Okay, stimulus variation. This is very important. And you don't make the students all the time watch that video, but in the middle, what you should do? You can say, make them laugh, make them react to the other things. So in that video, you must add other elements also, and you must make that video very interesting. And that's called stimulus variation, not the reinforcement, not the recurrence, not the repetition. So these are not the right one. Only the first one is the right one. And now you move on to other questions. Read the following passage, okay. Here is given a small passage. You have to read it and you have to answer the two questions that are based on this passage, right? And here I'll read this passage for you, and you please listen to me, and afterwards let us answer the ensuing two questions. Okay, the old lighthouse means, it will be a big tower, and Vizag people know what a lighthouse is. This lighthouse will have a big light, and it will be showing the way to the ships that are passing by, and it will tell the captains of the ship that the harbor is there. So to indicate that, the light will be focused to kilometers together, miles together, it will be focused, and the ships passing by will look at this light, and they immediately come to that harbor. They immediately think, oh, there is a harbor, let's go there. They come to that harbor. So that is there. So there's a lighthouse, old lighthouse, stood as a sentinel. Sentinel means it stood as a guard on the rugged cliff. On that rugged means on that rough and tough cliff, a small mountain like a cliff. Cliff means konda. A small mountain is called cliff, chinna konda, right? And it's weathered walls bearing witness to years of storm and salty sea spray. And its walls tell you that it has been there for so many years because it has been exposed to weather. You can find what is that? Years of storms and salty sea spray. And when the sea waves come and dash against this, what happens? You can find the froth on the walls of the lighthouse. And you can, on seeing that lighthouse, you understand that it has been there for so many years, okay? And that will be indicated by the, because it is exposed to all kinds of weather, stormy weather, cool weather, chill weather, hot weather, whatnot, all kinds of weather it has been exposed to. Waves crashed against the rocks below. And this is a big tower. Okay, this is a big tower. Okay, this is a tower, and at the bottom, what is that? It's a stone construction. And what happens? The waves crashed against the rocks below. Here are big rocks. Okay, and all the waves are coming and dashing against the rocks that are beneath this lighthouse, sending plumes of foamy spray into the air. And here, when the waves dash against this, what happens? The foam that comes along with the waves will be splashed all over the place. And seabirds circled overhead, and here what is that? Seabirds are there, and they are circling over this lighthouse, their cries mingling with the distant sound of ship horns, and they are also making some kind of sound, and that is getting mingled with the sound of the horns of the ships. Akkadi నుంచి వచ్చే ships యొక్క హార్న్స్ తో ఈ శబ్దాలు మిళితమవుతూ ఉన్నాయి. It's in this remote coastal outpost, in this distant coastal outpost, these lighthouses are always located on the beach, on the seaside. So it is a distant coastal outpost. The passage of time was marked by the ebb and flow of time. That means, here the passage of time can be seen with the ebb and flow of the tide. So here, this is the meaning of this small passage. And let us look at the first question. Select the correct statement. What is that? The lighthouse was situated in a bustling city. Now, Seabirds were perched quietly on the lighthouse tower. No. The sound of ship horns was absent in the coastal output. No. The waves crashed against the sandy beach below the lighthouse. This fourth one is the right one. The waves crashed against the sandy beach below the lighthouse. Okay. This fourth one is only the right one. Okay. And all others are wrong. Now you move on to other questions. 84th question is there. Choose the correct statement based on the passage. Okay. The lighthouse stood on a flat plain. No. It has not stood on a flat plain, right? The walls of the lighthouse showed no signs of weathering. No. Seabirds were absent from the coastal area. No. The passage of time was marked by the movement of the tide. The fourth one is again right in this. No. So the passage of time. That means the passing of the time can be known from the movement of the tide. So because if you look at the walls of that lighthouse, you understand this lighthouse must have been there from time immemorial. And the next question here is what C.J. Dodson belongs to. Okay, C.J. Dodson. Who is this C.J. Dodson? He was a language teacher known for what? Bilingual method. He was only the person who propounded the theory of bilingual method, and in the 1960s. Okay, and here what is the question about him? Wales University or Oxford University, Stanford University, St. John's University. So he belongs to Wales University. Okay, that is about this C.J. Dodson. Yesterday in my video I can remember that I just by mistake told you about Michael West, saying that he was the propounder of bilingual method. He is not that person, but he is the person who introduced the new language method and also some GSL, General Service List of Words. That's very important. He says that if anybody can learn 2000 words that are very important for every man to live in this world. So if he can learn those 2000 words, he can survive in this world, and he can speak fantastic English and all that. There are thousands and thousands of words in the English language, but he says just 2000 words are very important. He has chosen those 2000 words for the English learners, and he asks all of them to learn only those 2000 of words. So that is that list is called General Service List of Words. So that was introduced by Michael West. He was also a language teacher. He was also a linguist. And yesterday, I think in my video, I made a mistake of telling him telling something different about him. Okay, you can correct it from this. Okay, right. And now let's move on to other questions. The silent way is known as an alternative language teaching method. So this is a beautiful language teaching method, and in this way the students will enjoy total autonomy, and they enjoy total freedom, and they will learn on their own. The teacher will not help them in any way. Only the teacher will be monitoring the class, and the students will learn all those things on their own. That is the important point. So this method is called the silent way. Okay, and it was introduced by Caleb Getagno, very well. Yesterday in that video I made it clear, right? And here this is what an alternative language teaching method. It's not an essential language teaching method, online language teaching method, isolated language teaching. No, only the first one is the right one. And you move on to other questions. 87th one is there. The conduct of a student depends dash his teacher. Okay, here what is the examiner asking you to do? Choose the option that fits the blank. Okay, what are the options given? Oh, upon. So it is all about the use of prepositions. But whenever you want to use the correct preposition, you must look at the word. What is there before this blank? The word depend. Depend is always used with a preposition or on or upon. If you can know this, you don't search for the answer here. Upon is the right one, and all others are outright gone and eliminated. So your answer is going to be the first one. And now you move on to other questions. 88th one. An independent clause can work. An independent clause can work alone as a complete sentence. Okay, and the very first one is the right one. As a dependent clause, no. As a non-finite clause, no. As a conjunction to join two or more, so no. So all these three are wrong. Only the first one is the right one. Independent clause. Okay, and here let me tell you about this independent clause. Okay, she sells apples. Okay, this is one sentence. He sells oranges. Okay, it is there. Now this is a separate sentence, this is a separate sentence. Now you can combine these things into one single sentence. Here you see, he sells apples, okay, and he sells oranges. Okay, this is how you will combine these things with the help of this conjunction and. Now this sentence, earlier it was a sentence, but when it is brought into one framework of the compound sentence or complex sentence, then it is called a clause. This is a clause now, this is a clause now. But what kind of clause? Independent clause. It is not depending on this and this is not depending on this. Therefore, this is called an independent clause. ఇంతకుముందు ఇవే వాటిని సెంటెన్సెస్ అన్నాం. అవి వాటిని ఎప్పుడైతే కాంపౌండ్ సెంటెన్స్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్లో కానీ కాంప్లెక్స్ సెంటెన్స్ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్లో కానీ తెచ్చితే అప్పుడు వాటికి ఉన్న పేర్లు మారిపోతాయి. అప్పుడు వాటిని ఇండిపెండెంట్ క్లాజ్ అని, ఒకవేళ కాంప్లెక్స్ సెంటెన్స్ అయితే మరి డిపెండెంట్ క్లాజ్ అని అలా చెప్పి అంటుంటాం. సో దట్స్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ దట్. సో హియర్ ఈ ఎండ్తో కలిపాం కాబట్టి ఇట్స్ అన్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ క్లాజ్, ఇట్స్ అన్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ క్లాజ్. ఇది దీనిపైన కానీ ఇది దీనిపైన కానీ డిపెండ్ కావడం లేదు కాబట్టి ఇట్స్ అన్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ క్లాజ్. So an independent clause can work alone as a complete sentence. ఇది earlier గా ఒక complete sentence కదా. Right. Now let's move on to learn the next question. 89th one, there's the last but one question. Used to is used for indicating what? It is used for what? Here future actions, no. Past habits, yes. Polite requests, no. Conditional statements, no. So this used to is used to indicate past habits. Whenever you want to tell your friends about your past habits, you must tell him only by using this used to. You must say, when I was a young boy, I used to wake up at 5 o'clock. I used to take bath with cold water. I used to drink a glass of milk. I used to do exercise for 1 hour. I used to go to the library and sit in the library for 2 hours. I used to watch the late night movies. So you are telling your friend all about your past habits, and whenever you want to tell your friend about your past habits, you must tell him only by using this used to and nothing else. Right, and that's why this is the right one. You go to the last question. 90th one. They visited the Louvre Museum in Paris. Louvre. So it's a museum. Okay, Louvre. These used here. And what is the examiner asking you to do? Identify the correct use of articles in the above sentence. So here the article should be omitted. Should it be omitted? No. The article should be a. No. ఇక్కడ ఏ ఉండాలా? No. The article should be an. No. The article is used correctly because this is a museum. Before the names of museums, we must use the definite article. There is a rule. So this is Louvre Museum, and therefore you are using the definite article the, and therefore this fourth one is the right one. The article used here is absolutely correct, and therefore this fourth one is going to be your answer. Okay, dear TET candidates, thank you so much for watching this video. With this video comes to an end. Hello dear TET candidates, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any problem in understanding any question, okay, if you find that any of the explanations given in this question paper is not understandable to you, please text me on my WhatsApp number that is given in the description. Please make use of that number, and at the same time you also express your opinion about this video, and I am also going to make more and more videos in the days to come. Okay, with another beautiful video I shall be back to you. Until then, bye, see you all of you. Right.